Hello, welcome to episode 13 of Life is Strange Double Exposure. Now I think we're looking at 2 more episodes, this one and one more, for the playthrough to conclude, and I'm basing that on the fact that when I did my very limited research into the game, which was essentially just how long it was, I discovered that chapter 5 is one of the shorter chapters, and therefore I'm thinking 2 episodes should cover it. I'm not saying those 2 episodes will be of equal length. What quite often happens is that the final episode tends to be longer than some of the others because it just is. So that's the basis upon which I'm working. Okay, let's think back to episode 12. Hell hath no greater fury, it would seem, than a father falsely accused and a plagiarist exposed. Lucas told Max that she didn't know what she'd done by revealing to everyone his theft of Maya Occado's work, and that statement at least was true. In revenge for him being exposed by Max, Colmenaro told Safi that her mother Yasmin was behind the cancellation of her book deal, not Gwen, who Safi had impersonated, whose bike she'd vandalised, who she'd got kicked out of Caledon. Yasmin, her own mother. And on top of everything else Safi blames her mother for, which includes lying to her about her father not wanting to see his daughter anymore, trying to bury Colmenaro's guilt, using Vin to smear the memory of Maya in order to protect her own and the university's reputation in the eyes of academia and its financial donors. On top of all that lot, this latest betrayal about her book has sent Safi into an uncontrolled fury, just the very thing that Max feared. It was never wise of Max to let Safi take charge of Colmenaro's gun, given her volatility. It might have seemed a sensible thing for Max not to keep it, because giving it away would at least make it harder for Max to shoot Safi, as the photographs seemed to suggest was going to happen, and obviously leaving it in the pocket of a desperate Lucas Colmenaro's jacket would not be a good idea either. Why was Colmenaro packing a gun on campus that evening? What was he expecting to have to use it for? Clearly Safi is not the only one who's overwrought right now. But as a result, Yasmin lies bleeding from a bullet wound to the shoulder. Safi, in her rage, has lost control of herself and her power. She's just phasing in and out of all the different identities that she's ever assumed, and then some. And she isn't really present as herself anymore in the current reality. Max's words, furthermore, cannot penetrate to reach Safi. The entire university population, having had its minds taken over by the anguished Safi's thoughts and emotions, is paralysed and suffering. The storm is gathering ferocity and bearing down on Caledon, and Max is on her knees, feeling that she's failing again. Failing to prevent the use of her and now Safi's powers from triggering the storm itself, failing to solve the moral dilemma of putting the safety of an individual ahead of the lives of many other people, failing to protect Caledon just as she failed to protect Arcadia Bay in my playthrough, and everything Max has been beating herself up for, punishing herself over throughout her wandering existence for the past decade, everything she's been unable to put behind her, it's all caught up with her again. History is threatening to repeat itself. So in desperation, she's pulled out a photograph. This is pure Max. Photography's always been the solution to so many of her struggles, as well as the cause of others. Now she's staring intently into the image of the statue of Atlas, holding the world on his shoulders from the North Quad. Is she planning to do what we think she might be, to attempt with all its dangers to rewind time, to undo this evening's sequence of events thus far that's led to this looming catastrophe? And what form will that undoing take? Does Max actually have a plan? I've spoken before about the dangers of rewinding time without a serious, well thought out plan. Is this just a last desperate roll of the dice? A spur of the moment thing when no alternatives seem to remain? Can it even work, given that Max isn't going to be rewinding from a stable starting point in reality? The Overlook is a strange place. Does she have that granular control? Have things progressed too far, and is this a final hope, doomsday averting switch being thrown? Let's rejoin her and find out. On to episode 13, Life is Strange, Double Exposure. Okay, here we go. Chapter 5, Decoherence. Well, that's Atlas.
It worked.
Apparently so.
I made it back to the night of. But before... The storm's here too now. Maybe it's everywhere. And if I'm here, then... Sophie. The Overlook.
Yes. Get yourself up there, pronto. Has it worked? Find her, is my instruction. I'll do this. You just need to go to the Overlook, Max. It sounds so simple.
Which Sophie will be there?
That's a good question.
The one that drank champagne with me out of a crappy mug? Or the one who hurt so many people? Even herself. I don't want
know.
any of this. I tried so hard to save her. But...
Well, there's a Safi. I'm not sure which it is. I mean, there's already debris in the storm. Look at it. It's clearly ripping stuff to pieces. It's massive, isn't it? And also, did you notice that the reality indicator had question marks on it? Because we don't know where we are. We don't know what reality this is. Hello, Safi.
Fancy seeing you here.
I don't know which Safi you are. But I think I'm going to ask if you're okay.
You're okay. You're not being torn into pieces. No, not anymore.
So Max did that. Max saved her from that. By rewinding.
Holy shit. You really did it.
Yeah, she did it. Did what though?
Weather's worse than I remember it.
The storm's still there.
Follow me.
Yeah.
So did I, apparently.
I've never done that before.
Oh. She transported Safi back with her.
It's time.
Oh no. Is this the way you really want this to go down?
Do you understand what you're asking me to do?
You've already done it, right? At this point, it's just recitation.
Sophia, I'm serious. This is too much.
Stop stalling, Max. You saw what happened. There wasn't any of me left. It was all Moses and Ben and Lucas and Gwen. It hurt so much. I hurt so many people.
She does have remorse.
Help me fix it. Please.
Take the gun, Max. At least now you've got control over what happens. She's not going to do it. She's not going to do it.
That's what it feels like to capture the perfect photo.
That's how the photograph got taken.
It feels good. Final.
But it doesn't mean that she pulled the trigger.
Maybe we are cursed. You, me, and Maya.
Maya again.
Or maybe the world is cursed. We just live in it.
Sophie, that's
Poetry and bullshit? Yeah. I know.
you're so important to me, Sophie.
God, you're such a cornball.
No, Max.
Pull the trigger. Okay.
I don't think she's going to do it. Or is she?
No. No. Fuck this!
It's just history repeating itself if she does pull the trigger. And we know how you hate that.
What are you doing?
I have no idea. Kinda making this up as I go.
Yeah, I think that's true.
But I'm
On the
not
hoof.
gonna make another impossible choice between two shitty futures.
Yes.
Come on.
That's how I thought that would play. I thought she would refuse it. She's been pushed and manipulated all along. She's never felt like she's in control. And now she's trying to seize control. But there are no guarantees. And where on earth are they? What reality is this that they're in now? Oh no. Oh no. So this is clearly still a disturbed reality then. This isn't the original reality. What is this? So as they left the Overlook, something happened, clearly. We know the Overlook was the sort of epicenter of the disturbance.
So, looks like I'm not dead. And I'm in the North Quad.
But not with
So
Safi.
trees, Max. It's so quiet for a storm. Like, oppressively quiet.
And where is everybody?
Safi? Safi!
Never mind Safi, where's the rest of the world gone? Oh Max, what have you done?
I'm not in the past anymore. Safi could be back to the way she was. I have to find her.
This is the hope. We've got stuff coming in on the phone, which I'm going to have a look at. It says find Safi as my thing to do. We're still showing that we don't know what reality this is. That's the hope. That Safi is... There is a lot of goodness in Safi, let's be honest. She's not an evil person, per se. But she has been corrupted by the things that have happened to her. They've affected her. And what Max is hoping to do is to undo that, somehow. But how do you do it?
Who knows what'll happen if I don't find Safi soon?
Well, I'm going to try, Max, but it's telling me to look at a bench.
Seems like 1,000 years ago Moses and I sat on that bench. For all that's happened since, it might as well be.
It might as well be. It says to look at our journal and our phone. The main objective is simply one thing. Interestingly, actually, in the last episode, we didn't use the phone as much. I think it was probably because everyone was located in the same place. Most of that episode, we were in the Snapping Turtle, so there was no real need for people to be sending each other texts. They could simply talk to one another. Okay. There's the gun, pew pew. Safi, where are you? Not personal? You silenced me. Girl flings herself from Overlook. Please be okay. You make me sick. It's a long way down, isn't it? I mean, this is like a Never Never Land, isn't it? This is a strange contortion of reality we're in now.
Max?
Safi? Safi!
I'm just going to have a quick look to see whether there's anything revealing itself in another reality. Okay. That's weird.
North Quad is as good a place as any to look for Safi.
It is as good a place as any. I'm going to have a look around. We'll go beyond the bounds of... Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you. But where?
Where is she? That's interesting. There's no conversion of that sort of memory rock to reflect Safi. So not that reality then.
I can't find you.
Don't worry, we're looking.
Come on.
Okay, hold it.
Help me!
Diamond? What are you doing there?
Max, thank God. I walked out of the snapping turtle and then somehow I was here.
This is some, I don't know, this is some kind of strange limbo, isn't it? It's none of the realities we've been in so far. Okay, we're not hallucinating. Where are we? Let's ask.
You know where we are, right?
We're in the North Quad. Why are we the only ones here?
Yeah, I'm wondering that too.
I don't know. But if things are weird now, they're only going to get weirder.
That's not comforting. I wish Moses was here. I hope he's okay.
So do I.
Come on, let's get inside.
I think that's possibly a wise
Not
idea.
As bad as it looks. Maybe Sophie and Moses found shelter.
Why is Diamond
I'm right behind you.
the one that she has met? Where is everybody else? Oh, not the twin moons again. I mean, this is a real echo from Life is Strange. Follow Diamond into the fab. Oh, I will, but can I just have a quick look around else first? In case there's any...
I should go after Diamond. The fab will be safer than the snapping turtle. It's closer.
Game won't let me. Game will not let me. It's pushing me into the fab. Okay, we're going in the fab. Hello, fab. Perhaps everybody is sheltering in here. What? We just went into the fab and now we're outside again? What happened?
This definitely isn't the fab. And Diamond is definitely not here.
Okay.
Moses is?
Right. So clearly, I say clearly, my take on this is rather like, you remember the nightmare sequence in Life is Strange? Is this the thing now? Is reality so contorted and time is so out of sync here that she's experiencing lots of things that haven't happened, things that didn't happen? These are sort of little slices of alternate realities. There's stuff we can interact with here before we try interacting with Moses, so I will do that. Safi's bag.
Sophie's bag? Up here without Sophie?
Yeah, I mean, this is a familiar setting. We've been here. We know what this looks like, don't we? But the things happening in it are weird.
I bet Moses will know what's going on.
I bet he will, but I'm not talking to him yet.
Sophie's favorite candy. Did she come through here somehow?
Or are these relics of the past? The owl.
Don't mind me, Mr. Owl. Just gonna grab a quick photo and then scoot on by.
It's weird how the owl...
Who?
Yeah, who? As in, who do you think killed her?
Okay. It's not...
Fuck?
Yes, it's not hallucination as much as... It's kind of Max experiencing this mishmash of things that did happen, things that haven't happened. It's like her brain is trying to interpret things and not being able to channel them down familiar pathways. She's getting all these sensory inputs, but they're not making sense to her.
Okay, the storm's not so bad here.
Well, that's one good thing. I mean, quite. Why? This is now making me think that we didn't actually meet Diamond.
That Moses is here.
And this isn't really...
I should talk to him.
This isn't really the real reality Moses either.
That is a disquieting number of telescopes.
Why has he got so many? And they're all the same. These little incongruities are the things that we're meant to be picking up on, I'm sure.
I'm 95% 100% sure that's Safi's brand. Why is Moses smoking them? Why is he smoking at all?
Yeah, it's like a dream, isn't it? You know how sometimes when you dream, things they're out of context. Things happen which don't apply
I bet Moses will know what's going on.
to the people you know, the places you know. They're distorted in different ways. That's exactly what's happening here to Max. Yeah, why is he smoking? See, that's not real. That's not how things are in Max's reality.
I thought Moses had the world's horniest grandma mug that night.
Okay, let's look at Moses.
What is going on with Moses?
I don't know. I'm going to talk to him and try and find out. Do you know anything about what's going on here? I bet he doesn't. I'm not even sure he's really here.
Moses?
Give me the Cliff Notes version of what we're actually here to see.
We know he's smoking. Let's ask him if he's seen Safi.
Have you seen Safi tonight?
Why am I not at home wrapped up in a blanket burrito right now?
He's ignoring you, Max. Diamond
So
didn't.
should we be worried about this crazy asteroid hitting Earth?
I mean, where is all this stuff coming from? I don't think you're going to get answers to anything here. He's talking in riddles. They're non sequiturs. They're not following on from Max's questions. And they're unrelated. What's he trying to do?
You're not making any sense. Are you trying to tell me something?
Just trying to capture the perfect photo. The perfect photo. The perfect photo.
Hang on. Safi?
All right, Max. You have 24 hours before the world ends.
Yes.
What would you do?
Safi, are you in there?
That's pure Safi.
Max, it's me, Moses.
Moses!
All right, Max. You have 24 hours before the world ends. What would you do?
I don't know. I guess I'd...
She'd watch a zombie movie.
watch Return of the Living Dead and, eat a whole pizza? Right, Moses?
Trying to give the right answer.
All right, Max. You've got 24 hours before the world ends. What would you do?
Didn't accept it. Take a picture. Do it. Why? This
feels right.
It's almost like either Max is not reading this properly, or Safi and Moses, one or the other, is trying to give her a clue. They rejected the pizza and zombie film idea and said take a photo. So why? Take a photo.
That's just Safi. I haven't double exposed a photo in a while, but if I superimposed two images of Moses on top of each other, maybe I could separate the Safi parts out of Moses.
So we're saying that when Safi returned with Max to this, wherever it is, or in this place, this limbo, this non-existence, this stopping off point, parts of Safi attached herself to Moses. Did she do the same to Diamond? The photograph shows that there is Safi, an element of Safi, within what Max is seeing as Moses. Double expose. Oh. So we take the photograph and we save the photograph.
Max, thank you.
And this is now Moses.
What happened?
I don't know. It was like Safi had locked me in a kind of, I don't know, a sarcophagus. I was trapped, but still protected somehow. And I
Protected.
could hear Safi. I could hear you. Just outside of it,
Protected from what? From the effects of what just happened when they rewound time? Protected from the storm? Where is Safi?
Where was she?
I don't know. I couldn't get to her. Whatever you did snapped me out of it.
So that's the clue. Taking photographs
Or-
is the clue.
Snapped her out of me?
Yes.
Max,
This is why we can hear but can't see Safi.
I'm sorry.
Safi? Safi?
Yeah, that's the clue. The camera.
You okay?
I think I know what I have to do.
Yeah, I think you do too.
Bet. I'm coming with you.
No, stay here. This storm. I've been through something like it before. Reality gets unreliable. Better if you sit tight.
But isn't there safety in numbers?
Machine, Angel, Psychic, Storm?
Apparently so.
Take care, Max.
See you on the, flip side.
The butterfly is here as well.
When a door closes. A window opens.
Okay. Right. Part of this is now making sense.
What? What? Where? This isn't Caledon. This is Blackwell Academy. Chloe was shot here. I listened to it happen.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing?
Chloe!
Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do. I am so sick of people trying to control me.
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
No!
This is literally the stuff of nightmares, isn't it? She can't control what she's seeing.
Maybe Sophie's right. Maybe we are cursed. Cursed to relive our worst moments over and over again.
Which is exactly what happens in
I
nightmares.
had a chance to save Chloe from this bathroom, from Nathan's gun, and I did. And dozens of people died instead. To my Storm.
And she's still beating herself up over it.
Joke's on you, Storm. If you don't think I play out this moment in my head every day, then you don't really know me.
Find the source of the noise.
Coming from?
I will, but we've got messages coming on the phone from Victoria and from Kate.
This sounds like teenage Victoria, but she was never this, dare I say, nice to me back then.
Hey Max, I know you're a jealous bitch with no artistic vision or taste, but that doesn't mean it's okay to take my camera. You've got 24 hours to give it back or I press charges and Daddy will take everything. Only warning you because I love you and I know you're a broke hoe, but hey, that's no excuse to with Victoria Chase, Kay? Let's catch up later, heart heart. All of these things make sense because they don't. You see what I'm saying here? They are literally the stuff of fever dreams. Mom and Dad.
Blackwell Academy? That was forever ago.
Max.
What's wrong with my phone? Why can't I respond?
Because it's not real, Max. Max, we can't wait for you to come home this summer. We're sure Blackwell Academy is great and all, but we miss you. Kate.
Oh, Kate, you deserved better friends than the ones you were stuck with. better than me.
Hey Max, I really appreciate you looking out for me. It's nice to know at least one kid here at Blackwell isn't a jerk. I prayed every night before I came here that someone would have my feelings in mind, and you were that person. Thank God for you. I wouldn't have made it otherwise. And Warren. Hey Mad Max, where are you hiding? I tried to drop off those rad Decap for Days DVDs you let me borrow, but you weren't in your room? They were super cool like you said. The way that one guy slashed through 5 heads at one time, yo! Question marks. Text me back. Max, don't ignore me. Whatever, I'll stop by your dorm whenever you're around. See you, pup. It's a distorted version of the sorts of relationships and messages that she had in Blackwell. The only common factor here is that parts of it appear cogent and have strong evocative memories of what things used to be like, and then there is
How do I make it stop?
this mismatch where everything's not quite right. How do you make it stop? Find the source of the sound.
This still isn't as funny as the artist thought it was.
Okay, we'll be logical here and start with the stall on the end. Kick it. I thought the sound had stopped. It's going to be the third one. It's always the third one in these sort of things. Kick it. No. Before I kick that third one, I'm just going to look at anything else I can look at, because it probably won't let me after I've kicked it.
Abraxas, the Vortex Club. Always someone trying to be on top. And getting hurt for it.
Yeah, the parallels are quite clear, aren't they, between the two situations. Victoria Graffiti.
I used to look at this every day.
Yes. And... oh, Polaroid.
Max and Sophie? Not Max and Chloe? So... that's it then? We're done?
Sophie's cooler than you ever were.
'Cause she drives a Porsche?
'Cause she has powers.
This is so fucked up.
Yes.
I would never.
And that's the whole point, isn't it? This experience is making you live through things that would never happen. It's not you, Max, but it's making you feel and experience the things that an alternate you might have. It's discomforting. It's meant to be disturbing.
It's in one of these stalls.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing it's this one then. Can we not kick this? Oh, hang on though. We can go back to this one now. Kick this one. And that's the end of that sequence. This is the bowling alley. Whoa. Whoa! Where did all they come from?
Well, that's new.
Hey,
Lucas, I have to get down there.
let's get down there. The thing about this, Max, is it isn't real. New message from Joyce. It can't hurt you, Max. You've got to reassure yourself. This is an experience you've got to live through. And that's it. Joyce on the phone. I don't know why the messages look so dark on this bit. I apologise for that. I'm going to read it to you. It says, Max, honey, you have to come back down to the diner for some pancakes. I've got a new special with extra bacon on the house. Promise it'll be better than anything you can scrounge up in Blackwell's cafeteria. Nightmares are like that, aren't they? You wake up sometimes and you think, I'm glad I woke up, because you want it to end. Max can't wake up.
I wonder if that ladder is still here in the other timeline.
It might be. I suspect I meant to use that to find out.
Okay,
but before...
one neb is cute. Kinda. One. Kinda. This is not that. Oh boy. Do I really want to?
I think you should, because we need to see if this is the same as well as it was in the other reality.
I told you this place was the portal to hell. Behold, a devil.
And no, it's not.
Jesus. Possessed dolls much?
Nothing should surprise you, Max, in this strange place. This is exactly what you would expect to happen. We can't use the stairs. We know we're going to have to go back and use the
Still
ladder.
busted. I'm not getting down this way.
Okay, I get it. We'll go back. We'll transfer across to whatever reality this takes us to. I mean, I don't know where it's going to be. I can't see anything. Okay, the red binders are looking very neat and tidy.
Jefferson's sick photos. One binder for each girl.
All the elements of things that did happen in the past. What the heck is that?
I don't want to look at this. I don't.
Remember, Max, it's a dream. It can't hurt you.
The door of Jefferson's bunker. I can never forget it.
It's not so much a hallucination as a false perception of the way that things really are. Open that door. Max, the door. Examine the door.
I've got to get out of here.
Then let's open it.
I'll have to get out another way.
Okay, and what way will that be? Can we go? We can't go through this window. Now I'm wondering whether... I don't know what to do. Let's go back. Let's reality hop again. I mean, we still don't know what we're hopping between here. Everything is just showing as not real. Whoa, hang on. The cherry blossom tree?
I swear, any other day, a tree blossoming in a bowling alley would be the weirdest shit I'd seen that day.
Yes. But there's enough of her that's still Max in this situation. This is the thing, isn't it? She's still who she is. It's everything else around her that's trying to disturb that.
I have to get down there to Lucas.
Yeah, we will get down there to Lucas. I've just got to work out how on earth we do it. Let's go back out in the corridor and see if anything else has changed. Okay, I might have to do an edit here if I really can't work out how to do this for a second or two, or a minute or 6. It's not obvious. There's nothing interactable there, so let's go back to the other reality again. We've seen the red binders. The tree isn't here in this one. Oh, hello. Here we go. What's this?
It can't be.
Can't be what?
Anything but that. I can't. I was 18 when Jefferson trapped me in that chair. I'm not 18 anymore.
Whatever this is, it's making you relive it, Max.
So this is what it's gonna take.
Is this facing your demons? Is that what's happening here? And suddenly she's in the chair.
Can't move.
She's living through it again. Escape.
The second I saw your first selfie. Yes, I still hate that word, but I love the purity of your own image.
Holy shit. Didn't Jefferson say that to me?
Okay. Rolling cart, look.
I I don't want to look at this.
It's telling you to though, Max. How about the syringe?
I had so many dreams about this thing. I think I forgot just how many. Staring at this makes my head hurt.
Where is the thing that's going to help us escape?
Stupid bitch. You just don't listen, do you? If you had, you might have seen all this coming.
Fuck you, Jefferson.
Quite. Camera? Can we look at the...
I had so many dreams about this thing. I think I forgot just how many. Oh, I can feel him looking at me through that.
How do we get out of this place, Max? I've looked at the rolling cart, I'm looking at everything within my... Oh, I see. L1, R1. She's wriggling to get free. I'm trying my best here. Trying my best. And we've done it. Good. Come on, Max.
No, never again.
Don't let it overwhelm you. You just said you're not 18 anymore. Come on.
Once is all you get.
Yes. Come on, Max. There's the ladder. That's what we had to live through to earn the ladder.
Out of here.
Yes. Let's do that. Examine ladder.
Still here. Thank God.
And we'll climb down. Careful now. This would be a terrible way for this to end. I quite like the idea that they're making her live through these distorted experiences and suffer as a result, because I think that's the idea. She's got to experience... Yes, she's got to experience that discomfort. She's got to fight through it. It was not pleasant talking with Moses.
Not for Safi that day, that would be my headstone.
Indeed.
And
And
now
discovering
I
that...
have to return the favor.
Yes. And discovering that he wasn't the real Moses, that he was an amalgam of Moses with part of Safi, and that's given her a clue. But she had to live through that to get the clue, to earn the clue. And I think that's what's happening here.
I have to see if part of Safi is inside Lucas.
Yes, we shall. We'll go to the other reality, but I just want to see if there's anything interactable here. There may not be, but that's the beauty of blind playthroughs. You just don't know. Okay, so we'll go to the other reality, whatever it is, and see if we can separate Safi from Lucas, assuming Safi is also now part of Lucas. Oh, hang on. Whoa, there are things that we can interact with here now.
Yikes. What happened to you, Thomas?
Well, he looked like he got struck by lightning and split in half. Split personality. Maybe that's one of those little clues. Okay.
A forgotten
Look,
hope.
look.
Maya's memorial tree. What the hell is it doing here?
In the dark, we labored. And in the daylight, we disappeared.
Okay, this Lucas Caminaro is possessed.
Sweating and sick from dreams.
I
Seawater
like this
spills
quieter
from our lips.
Lucas. I almost don't want to fix him.
I think we need to fix him, because by doing so, we are
Beast has
separating
a
out
voice.
parts of
Clamped
Safi.
between its teeth.
Hey,
We
Lucas.
gaze at each other in the windowless box. It is flight or fight. Never forgive.
He's not feeling himself, Max.
Lucas, it's me. It's Max.
But there are no bells, doors, or windows. only his face. A mirror.
We know how to do this, Max.
And I feel a forgotten hope. Like a crack of light across my heart.
I like this quiet.
You said that, yes.
I almost don't want to fix him.
But we're going to fix him. Get your camera out, Max. Because you're not just fixing Lucas, you're fixing Safi. This explains why we can't see her in whatever this is, because she's not there. Parts
Smile,
of her
Lucas.
are attached to all of these people. So we take a photograph of
Maybe
Lucas.
double exposing the photo again?
Yes,
It worked with Moses.
that's exactly what we've got to do, clearly. So let's... should I zoom? I'm going to zoom a little bit to make them more the same size. That looks good. Take the photo. Save it. And has it done the same to Lucas Colmenaro?
Max,
Yes.
it's really you.
In the flesh.
I thought I was dreaming. Sophie was there.
Yes, wasn't she?
What the shit is this place?
Stay put, okay? It's dangerous out there.
Now, I had spotted there was someone else behind Lucas Colmenaro.
That's all I can do for Lucas.
I think you're right. It says get out. But there are people still here. Who is this? Loretta.
My work here is done. I hope. Shit, Loretta's here too?
She is here too. Speak to Loretta.
Loretta, you okay?
Clearly not.
I was following Professor Colmenero. I thought there was a story, but I'm so stupid.
Hey, it's gonna be alright. Just stay here, okay?
Wait, Miss Caulfield. Please don't go. I don't know what's happening.
You'll get to know what's happening later. I would reassure her with like that way, I think.
Don't worry. I can explain everything to you when this is over.
That did the trick.
You promise?
I promise.
Oh, Max. I hope you consider whether you can actually live up to that promise. Okay. Other people are here. But interestingly,
Is that you?
Reggie, I'm so glad you're okay.
Safi hasn't inhabited these people, though.
Max, what the hell is happening?
I'm not sure. It has to do with time. A time vortex that manifests in a storm.
Time vortex. Fuck, you're right. I remember Safi being shot.
Okay, Reggie's
And I remember seeing her around campus.
conspiracy theory here.
Just stay here, okay? I'm going to fix this.
That was just the right sort of language to use with Reggie. Well, Vin.
This is Safi. Isn't it? This is her pain. What we did to her.
Vin, I don't think Safi blames you for...
No. You're right. She doesn't. She was in my head back there, and she doesn't think about me at all. Two Safis in two universes, and neither of them cared if I live or die.
Vin can't get a break, can he?
You know, I was in love with her. Or I thought I was.
I gathered you might have
Maybe
been.
you should focus on what's in front of you.
Yeah. I should go make sure Reggie's okay.
He looks like he could use a hug.
Or something.
I'm going to fix this. Trust me.
You're making an
I
awful
do.
lot of promises here.
I do trust you. Be careful, Max.
No one is quite themselves in this scenario. There's a huge element of their authentic selves, but still, it's like they are just inhabiting this experience that Max is having as well. Will they remember any of this when it's over?
Bowling alley. If the storm lets me.
Or when we leave this place, will all memories of everything that's just happened here go with it? So these people have no memory of any of this?
My work here is done. I hope.
I wish I'd said that. We've left the bowling alley. Right, I hope we did do everything we were supposed to do there.
Okay. Out of the frying pan and into the turtle, I guess.
More fixing to do? I'm not a...
Thank God. Are you okay? I don't know. Weird shit at the turtle is someone flipping the painting to the bathroom key going missing, not this.
Whoa!
It's not safe out there! Max, what is this storm? Why is Gwen out there, and why are you not also freaking out?
Look. Go get yourself some water or a beer, and I promise I'll explain soon. Or try to. I don't think Gwen entirely knows she's outside.
My task is to reach Gwen, it says.
Gotta find a way to get close enough to take Gwen's photo.
So, some of the people that you're encountering have got parts of Safi attached to them, inhabiting them, sharing their existence, and some haven't. Amanda seems to be clear of it. Yeah, before I go to look at Gwen, I just want to have a look around in here. Can you hear all those whisperings? Alright, we have a front door we can look at.
I need to help Gwen on the patio before I can leave.
I know you do, Max. This is known to me. Also known to me is that sometimes when we wander around in this place, there are clues to be
I have
had.
powers, but I'm not ripped enough to dismantle that chair pile. Alright, this door seems to be blocked too.
Of course it is, because you're being channeled by this thing, aren't you? Freedom of choice doesn't exist in this scenario. It's a partial freedom. Amanda, you okay?
Good under pressure to the list of Amanda's talents.
Yes, not easily phased, but then, as we said with all the others that you've encountered thus far, are they really experiencing this? What happens if I go into the other reality? Let's try it and see. Is it any different? Yes, it is. It's completely deserted, with no Amanda. But there is a Polaroid.
Really, Max? The photo now? Why are you always in everybody's business? We were having a moment.
Maybe she has a voyeurism kink. Not like I'm one to kink shame. Just ignore her.
Where were we?
You were going to tell me more about your telescope.
Nah, I can't do it. A little privacy, please. I have to tell Vin about my telescope.
Again, you see, not...
Sorry to interrupt.
Don't worry about it, Max. These are alternate realities that never happened. It's a what if. It's imaginary. It's an illusion. It's as if the reality is contaminated by these other things. We're going to have to go outside to Gwen. So, this is interesting. In this reality, there's no one out there.
There's so much snow, but at least I can get outside now.
Should we? So we're transitioning into a black screen at that point, which means a change of scene, a different experience coming up, I'm sure. That's a good place to stop. This video is almost an hour long. That's a good sweet spot. And it means that the final episode, episode 14, will have a goodly amount of time left to it based on what I found out, as I said, from my research about the length of the game. Plus, at the end of episode 14, the finish of the game, I want to do quite a lengthy outro for a change, where I look back and reflect upon all the aspects of the game. Already I can say of this Double Exposure that it's turned out to be the game I expected it to be and the game I didn't expect it to be. And I've got to reconcile those two things in the final episode and the look back over what happens. And I don't know how it's going to end, the beauty of a blind playthrough. I suspect, just before we stop there, I think I probably should have gone outside to Gwen and tried to talk to her and see if she was retaining part of Safi within her, as Moses had been, as Lucas Colmenaro had been. I didn't do that. We'll see if the game will allow me to do that at the start when we restart for chapter 14. There's only one save in this game and it increments as you go along. It's fairly frequent in its saving, but it is unforgiving. This is a blind playthrough, so if I do miss things, I miss things. It's not the end of the world. Max is in the end of the world. We're not. The other thing is there was so much craziness and weirdness about that first part of chapter 5 and the bizarre experiences that Max had throughout it. I want to give myself a good chance to reflect on that and analyse it and make sense of it and talk about that before the start of the last episode, before we go into whatever is coming next. So, good place to stop. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I am very excited to be moving into the final episode in the next section. I hope you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then. Bye.